Aye. We're early today. Because time zones are fun. Which is really interesting considering we didn't wind up having a different schedule based off of the Australians last month. That being said, though, welcome to VTuber Fault. The monthly talk show where I... Oh, thanks for the resub, Frosty. How you doing tonight? My monthly talk show where I invite VTubers that I am friends with, look up to, or those that just wind up catching my attention in general. And I will actually, as is tradition, let our guest for this month introduce himself.
Hello, I am Gazz, or just simply go by Gazz. I've been VTubing for just about 3 years. Fucking hell!
Jesus Christ, has it really been that long?
It's been about 3 years this year, yeah. Fucking hell. I have been doing this for a while now, apparently. I tend to play like Souls-like games a lot, but I've been kind of just streaming whatever the fuck I feel like of late. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to me. I stream 2 times a week because I wish I could do it more. I just don't have the fucking time.
Imagine having a full-time conventional job.
Ah, fucking tell me about it. It's great. It's great when I can only stream at fucking 11 o'clock at night.
Yippee! What time is it for you
Yep.
currently, actually?
It is 25 past 11.
Yeah, that tracks.
The joys, the absolute fucking joys.
I mean, as I mentioned, freaking time zones. And you got, like, the unlucky time zone. You're in the European time zone, which winds up having the most difficulty out of everyone, even compared to Australia to America.
Yeah, just because we're not quite far enough ahead where you can kind of make it work. We're in that awkward ground that if you wanted to do it at a sensible time, it's already the dead of fucking night.
Yeah.
It just so happens I am some fucking night creature, and it doesn't matter to me. I'm quite happy at this time of night, so it works. Though sometimes I feel like the face is falling off me.
Ironically, I'm also night time based, which is why I had to shift my schedule a little bit.
Hopefully, it's no too much for you because obviously
Oh
you've had
no,
to.
I mean, like I said, I'm technically, according to my alarm, supposed to wake up when I woke up today. I just
Oh,
have a bad case of Enfielditis.
I was wondering why you were up so late my time. I was like, it's fucking like 3 o'clock my time or something. You're still online.
I mean, normally I would be up until about 8. The problem is that I've been up till like 10 as of recent, which is the real problem.
That, like, I used to be a right fucking like ghoul, especially when I was in like uni and stuff. But since fucking the joys of actually having a 9 to 5. Well, it's
Mm-hmm.
not even 9 to 5. It's a little bit more than 9 to 5. I can't do it anymore.
I
Can't
have
manage.
I have everyone likes to say that being do your own schedule and whatnot is the best part, but I think that's coming from people that are like, I really wish I didn't have to get up at 6 a.m. in order to drive. It's like, they don't realize that, yes, you make your own schedule, however, you have to make your own schedule.
Yeah, like I know 9 to 5's fine especially for what I do because it's cybersecurity. It could be worse. I could work in a SOC, and if I was working in a SOC, yeah, no, I do not think I could do this because it'll be like fucking 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, that's what I used to do when I had my last job before I went self-employed. Because I was
Honestly,
rolling
the
12s.
the advantages of self-employment, the amount of shit you can write off from the tax man.
Oh, yeah. I keep getting
Like,
people
I
that are
wish.
surprised as to how many freaking cups I've recently gotten from gamer subs. And these
It's
Juniper
like,
pants, if it has art on it, I can write it off of my taxes because I can classify them as art references.
actually, that's a fair point. I didn't think of that because I was thinking like you can't write all of it off. But if you work from home, which content creation would technically be, you
Yeah.
can write like your lecky bill and some of your lecky off, some of your. But if I need to, let's say, get a new computer part or something, or audio equipment, or a monitor, or fucking, as long as you can justify it, you can write off so many fucking things.
I want to get my
It's
old boss's tax, man.
oh, was he proper?
My old
Look,
boss had a tax man that managed to get Assassin's Creed Valhalla written off on his taxes
how the fuck's he done that?
because he was considering doing a Viking themed show.
It's reference material. I see.
He didn't actually wind up doing a Viking themed show until like 6 years later, or 5 years later? It was several years later.
Huh.
Because he only started being able to do them last year?
Huh. Well, I mean, I suppose it's one of those ones. If you can write it off, fucking go for it. That's how I see it.
Oh, yeah.
100% is fucking everything's way too expensive these days. Fuck me running.
It's not even the
I'm in a,
secrets to the
I'm in a
revenue
good job.
service. The revenue service literally hands me the stuff. I wonder if that, and this is US exclusive, but I wonder if that extension on the tipped services bill went through.
Fuck knows. All I know is apparently you're getting an extra 10% tariffs on everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is
By
another reason why I hope that because, last year? Last year at this point. Apparently, Numbnuts up in office was really big fans of like two specific YouTubers or something like that, or content creators or something.
Right.
And one of them's like, hey, can you put streamers as one of those people that don't have to pay their taxes until they make 25K off of tips?
Did that go through?
I have no idea. But
The first I'm
basically,
hearing of that.
I mean, yeah, it's a US exclusive thing. Also, normally, any small good thing that comes out is, immediately covered over by the pile of dog shit that comes out of anything from the US government.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't your job amount for last year get quietly revised to 185,000 jobs for the entire fucking year?
I have no idea.
I think I remember reading something like that. So that means per state you got 300 jobs a state per month.
Yep,
Roughly.
that sounds about right.
All in
Definitely
healthcare,
feels like it.
funnily enough. So yeah, world's fucked. That's I've got much stronger words than that, I think, but I don't want to get too into the woods with that.
Every freaking country, I think it was saying, oh, well, it was literally that meme image of, please, can someone help me? My family is starving, and it's like AI budget, freaking defense budget is hyperinflated, freaking online safety budget, blah, blah, blah. And then the final bit is number of jobs is in like the single digits, and it's like, please, can someone help me? My family is starving, and they're like, I get it. Instead of increasing the jobs or lowering all that other shit that's on the list, let's just increase the amount of hours that everyone's supposed to work.
Yeah, we've got some fucking similar. That's the only way I can describe it. Fucking reform over here, like the shit they want to get rid of, right?
Let me add a marker there. Because this
Yeah,
is
add a
going to be
marker. I
uploaded to
forget YouTube. I forgot YouTube. That's why I don't go on YouTube.
I mean, Twitch gets angry about it, but normally they don't. It doesn't last long enough for them to catch it on my end.
Oh yeah, no, they're fucking. I've never had any issue with that. I forget YouTube, however.
Yeah, because it lasts longer. I mean, I had to keep an eye on it because last month was 2 Australians. And it's also part of their culture to just say that.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. It's like it's just normal for me to say it, so it's like I do have a censor board that I could fucking bleep it manually if you want.
Nah, it's fine. I'll find some sort of stupid soundboard thing to go with it.
But essentially, the shit they want to get rid of is like some employment rights stuff, some like disability rights, basically just everything, and they're the ones screaming like, "We're for the working class." Fuck off. No, you're no. Everyone that votes for you is genuinely an idiot. Because their whole fucking like march anthem and shit is "but the immigrants." That's it. Literally, there are fucking MAGA, mate. It's like, but the immigrants, but the immigrants. You're fucking repealing everything and want us to work more and for longer. Fuck off. I'm conscious of YouTube fucking booting you in the balls, so I'll mind my manners.
My big thing is that I kind of got to this point where it's like, okay, what jobs are they taking? Do I want to do that job? Fuck no. Feel free, buddy.
Yeah, like...
Do I want to go...
The thing is, though, I always say it's Schrodinger's immigrant, mate. They're simultaneously taking all the jobs and yet reaping all, like, the fucking benefits because they don't work. It's like, fucking, what one are they? They either are working that much, they're taking everything, or they're not working at all.
Yeah.
Like, fucking make up your mind. But, I don't know. I've very strong opinions on it, but I don't want this entire thing to just be me saying why reform were a bunch of cunts. I'll need to censor that one again.
I mean, we all... Here's the thing. I mean, it always winds up drifting somewhat into it because, I mean, firstly, everyone's talking about it these days. Secondly, I mean, I've had 2 Australians last month. It was only like 2 weeks ago because we only squeaked it in at the end of the month. Rhea is trans, so obviously politics got mentioned a little bit there. Bubble is exclusive to Blue Twitch because Twitch fucks people over constantly.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
and the language is more open.
It kind of drifted into that because another one of the big things that they like to attack is any type of sex work at all.
Yeah.
Even as...
don't get me started. See the fucking online safety shite.
Oh, yeah.
Here is your ID. Fucking someone in cybersecurity. It fucking boils my piss. It genuinely boils my piss. It's never been about fucking, protect the kids. No, it's fucking not. It's never protect the kids. That's how they bubble wrap it for all the people that don't have 2 brain cells to rub together.
I mean, that's why Blue Sky got banished to Opera GX for me. Because in Ohio and I think it's Louisiana, those are the only 2 states that are affected by the online safety bullshit for Blue Sky. So I have to toss in my personal information to view 90% of any art that my friends do. Because a lot of them do...
VPN.
That's what it is. That's I mean, people say that the Opera GX VPN is dog shit and blah blah blah, and it's like, I mean, sure, probably, but I used it before all that information came out, so any information that it's going to get, it's already got.
Yeah, like I hate it. It's one of those numbers where it's like it's never been about let's protect the kids over anything. It's purely been here is how we get rid of anonymity on the internet of our critics. Like I don't know about you, so I grew up being told never give away any of your information on the fucking internet.
Yeah,
And here's the
basic
government
freaking
telling
common
me
sense.
to give away all my information to let's see when this shit came live in the UK, and fucking kind of sadly, I feel a little bit of joy that everyone gets to experience this shite, because then maybe something might happen instead of it being, oh, it's only happening in the UK, whatever. Now everyone's talking about it, so if anyway, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to suffer with us, but it's just like, oh, you want me now to give away all my information, especially see when okay, now we're verifying your age. It's companies I've never fucking heard of that were doing it. I'm like, I've never heard of these companies, and yet you say, oh, we have partnered with Not a Scamming Corporate to verify your ID and shit, and I'm like, I've never fucking heard of this company.
Oh yeah, and the companies you look them up, and it's like we've been up for 3 months, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm sure you have a fantastic track record.
Yeah, I want your ISO 27001 certificate, mate, before I'm giving you my data. Which is fucking basically, if a company's got an ISO, you can normally trust them with your data, but otherwise they don't. And you can publicly look up a company's ISO online as well. There's actually certificate trackers. You can type a company's name in, and if they have it, you can read it. It's all public information.
I think the ironic part is that, despite like the stigma for it, I trust Blue Twitch more with my information than I trust any of these companies I'm supposed to trust with my information, because they have all those protections that they also have to have, because they're also transferring funds, so they have to have the extra security and whatnot in that.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't trust. Normally it would be fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, America used to be ran by adults. It's not now. The problem is you have the Patriot Act.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the Patriot Act where it's give us all your shit.
Yeah.
Because of national security and shit. Normally it wouldn't necessarily be a problem. But now it's very much being used for its maybe intended purpose, depending who you ask. But I wouldn't trust an American company. I wouldn't trust a company that can be demanded to hand over all their shit and have logs at this point. Sadly, the problem is everything is in the fucking clause of American companies that fucking store every bit of data, and I don't know. I can't say I'm particularly a fan.
Even some VPN companies have been forced by their home country to be like, you have to at least have this base amount of information, and it's like, congratulations, you've just ruined their entire market.
Yeah, at that point they just need to move. Like, I know Proton VPN was considering moving out of Switzerland because of some law that was passed there, potentially. I could be misremembering, but I remember there was something like that.
Where's Pirate Bay located? Is that also Switzerland?
A fucking Pirate Bay is anywhere it needs to be.
Well, they were in one specific spot. I think it was either Switzerland or Sweden. And
Sweden.
I think it was Disney themselves were like, hey, by US copyright law, you're not allowed to have this amount of stuff. And it's like, yeah, we don't live in the US. Get bent.
Yeah, that was Sweden, I think. It was a case of fuck off. But then Sweden get pressured some way to fuck around with their laws. And then the initial Pirate Bay thing got taken down. And then it was just like, congratulations, you've kicked the hornet's nest. Now there's like 4 Pirate Bays, all hosted elsewhere.
And then
It's
people that were part of Pirate Bay just started being like, okay, well, if they're now looking for that one, I guess I'll just make one with a different name.
yeah, it's honestly, I have been a full supporter of the internet. I preferred when the internet was kind of like the Wild West a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an old guy, but I'm old enough to remember when the internet was a bit more of the Wild West, right?
Yeah.
I think the internet should never have fucking changed from that, you know? Keep your shit private. All the websites were kind of shitty. There wasn't an advert and fucking every bit. Nothing was really tracked. I kind of think the internet should remain open and free instead of what it's becoming now is a fucking hellscape.
Yeah, I think that the worst part about it is the generation that learned the hard way about, hey, don't follow this, don't do that, don't do X, Y, or Z, is was in a state where they just didn't have to freaking keep track of it. They just didn't give iPads to their kids, but they just security had gotten a lot better, and double checking things got a little bit better, and a lot of the shock websites had been taken down from Wild West era. And then we got iPad Kid era, which is my biological brother's generation.
Yeah, no, it's the same for me. It's like my younger brothers.
Which
It's kind of their generation.
My niece is going to be so many levels of fucked up because he just gives her the iPad and freaking fucks off.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is a lot of this boils back to parents not fucking parenting, or at least that's the excuse the government likes to fucking say. Oh well, we need to protect the kids. No, the parents need to fucking check what their Wayne's looking at.
Yeah,
They shouldn't. I shouldn't, and many other people shouldn't fucking suffer because somebody's fucking Wayne decided to click something they fucking shouldn't. There's parental controls for a fucking reason. They're no cosmetic.
I shouldn't have to worry about.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to worry about some kid hearing the phrase high-speed abortion in my shorts because they shouldn't be around my shorts. They shouldn't be in my community.
Yeah, literally, like, there's a reason I mark my shit as 18 plus. That's not because I'm here getting my fucking tits and arse out for everyone.
Yeah.
It's because I swear a lot. I drink on stream very openly. Like, this is an adult fucking stream for me. I only want adults to watch and interact with my shit. And by the looks of it, most of my audience are in like their fucking like, I think it was like 24 to like 30 odd range when I checked. So I'm garnering the right audience. But
time to become like Cleo and stream 12 hours of Total War games every night.
I just fucking I hate people that can't look after their fucking Waynes in terms of, oh, let me just fling the fucking iPad. No.
Yeah.
Like, if I say if and when, you know, if I ever have a fucking Wayne, oh my god, they're no getting it. I know what that shit does to the fucking brain. Like, the absolute fucking rot of it all.
I've seen some of the shit that shows up on like TikTok and whatnot, because occasionally you'll wind up catching the unfiltered homepage that isn't like refined or anything, and it's like, oh, this is the shit that people watch.
Fucking, I just don't get it. It's one of those numbers that, how do I word this? Flinging and just letting your Wayne surf the internet like unsupervised is just asking for fucking you're waiting to be traumatized. However, I am also of the opinion if you fucking let your Wayne surf the internet unsupervised, then it is entirely your fucking fault. The parental controls are fucking massive. There is so much you can do.
Yeah,
If
the only
you're
downside
allowing your
about
Wayne to
that is
go on.
that, unfortunately, it's the kid that freaking suffers for it, because the kid gets the trauma
Aye.
from freaking seeing 2026 Goatsy.
Oh, aye. No, it's shite that the Wayne suffers, right? However, it's the fucking parent that's at fault for that, in my opinion. It's a shame the Wayne suffers, but the fact is we shouldn't have, well, what we have now, the Online Safety Act shite,
I shouldn't have to
because,
give my social security number to some sort of random site because
yeah, exactly. Like, I shouldn't need to do that. Like, I'm
I
sorry.
occasionally want to draw a little bit of ass, and
Yeah,
that kid stumbled onto me somehow.
like, yeah, I'm sorry if you're fucking Wayne decides to look at Pornhub at fucking an age they shouldn't. Why have you not blocked that website yourself? You can do that.
It's
There's a
not even that
YouTube
difficult
tutorial for
anymore.
it. Yeah, there's a fucking tutorial if you don't know.
Well, that's the thing, is, at least for Frontier, they've recently done a, whatever it's called, Eero. I can go hit 2 buttons on my phone, type in the URL for the thing, put it in the block list. That's all it takes. Obviously, I don't have to do that because I'm the only one that lives in my fucking house, and I'm a fucking adult. And I'm smart enough not to click on random shit links, but
Yeah,
it
but
takes
that
2 seconds.
yeah, it takes 2 seconds, and if you don't know how to do it, if it's not like a simple like 2 button press, fucking Google it. You know, if you're gonna, if you want your Wayne to use the internet, you need to take responsibility and make sure they're only on sites they're meant to fucking be on.
Yeah.
Like, ignorance is not an excuse when you have the internet at your fingertips. You know, it's like, oh, I don't know how to do it. Well, you can fucking learn how to do it. It's not hard anymore. It's not like it was like fucking early 2000s where, you'd have to like read an obscure tech form to learn how to fucking do anything.
And you had to freaking open up the console, freaking port forward into your router in order to do that, and know
Yeah,
a little basic coding based off of whatever language your router used.
yeah, you don't need to do any of that. It's literally as streamlined as it could physically be. So the fact that it seems to be the world is now having to go around people that, don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly like. But of course, that's the excuse all the fucking governments want to use. It's to protect the kids. No. Let the fucking parents parent. That's how it should be, and that's how it always should have been.
Yeah.
Is let parents fucking raise their wains. If some of them come out fucked, then that's no more than normal, I guess. But you shouldn't. You can't police the fucking world. And you certainly shouldn't try to police the internet in a way of give your ID away. Like, I don't know about you, now, so I do VTubing because I enjoy the anonymity of it.
Oh yeah,
And
I've mentioned that before. Freaking part of the reason why I did it is so I could have a face to the thing, but also so I didn't have the
Yes.
fucking stalkers that... Because I've had IRL stalkers, and they still try.
Ugh, fuck that.
So... Big
Your
fan of
reason's
the whole
exact same as
anonymity part.
mine. Yeah, the reason's the exact same as mine. I like the anonymity, but I wanted to put a face to the voice, so I wasn't just some, voice of fucking whatever, however you would describe my voice. I wanted a face to it, and this gives me a medium. Well, so you've known me long enough now, so I wouldn't say I am the conventional VTuber.
No. I mean, hell,
I am
just
definitely not.
just look at us physically, like right off the bat.
Yeah,
Right off the
yeah.
bat, what's the first thing you notice? One of us has a nose, the other one doesn't. Right.
yeah.
Ignore the fact that one of
It's-
us has ears, the other one doesn't. That's just my design specifically.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones where I I'm a VTuber because of the fucking privacy it offers, not
Hmm.
necessarily because of idle culture. Which, oh, I've got my grievances with that.
Oh
It's
yeah.
I just like the thing of, hey, here is a face. I went with a dwarf VTuber because one, when everyone thinks of a dwarf, they think my accent. Because I didn't want to just be generic fucking gamer e-boy, cringe ass fucking bullshit. Like
Wearing the latest.
my tech hoodie.
I took 4 Arknight's characters, tossed them into a blender, and saw whatever outfit came out.
Literally, it's I wanted something a little more than that, and this is what I landed with. Though actually, here is a point I wanted to bring up as well,
Hmm.
and because I've been doing this long enough that it might very well have changed. Oh, I got a yawn. Apologies. Um. No, it might very well have changed from how it was when I initially got my model. Getting a model like this was really fucking hard. Like, really, really fucking hard.
Well, like a model that isn't
Well,
the usual.
well, isn't the usual, but at the time when I was looking to get like a model, a lot of the TOS was no men. And if there
Oh yeah.
was, if they did men, it was nothing muscular at all.
The
And then
only
it was
person I
like
can think
no
of off the
facial
top,
hair.
the only person I can think of off the top of my head, even now, that, especially when you take the facial hair into account, is Redclaw. I think he's the
Yeah,
only person I can think of.
Red Claw. To be fair, there's a lot of facial hair because there's a whole Discord of dwarf VTubers. There's fucking quite a few of us,
Hmm.
and they're all a bunch of lovely bastards. Love them all to bits. But trying to get a model made for it, at least back when I got mine, it was difficult because a lot of people just wouldn't do men to begin with.
Yeah.
If they would do men, they wouldn't do anything with a nose, or they wouldn't know how to, and then they wouldn't do anything with any form of muscles whatsoever. And then beard rigging. Who the fuck does beard rigging? Like the person who made my model, she had never fucking done it. She was like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not?" An actual chance to actually make model art of a man was. I remember her reaction.
Because especially with the rigging with yours, because you've got the longer swaying beard. Because when we go to the only other person I can think of that has one, like aside from other dwarf tubers, of Redclaw, his is more of a.
Like
It's
OT
it's not
kind
like
of thing.
short, but his is a stiffer beard.
Yeah. It's just one of those ones, isn't it? It's
Mm.
so I'm in a fucking like niche of a niche of a niche of a niche of a niche. When it comes to VTubing, that's why I don't consider. Well, I'm by all accounts a VTuber, but am I a VTuber? No, not really. The only thing that makes me a VTuber is that I use a model.
I
I think,
mean,
anyway.
I think that at this point, VTuber at least has a wide enough range that it counts. Because, I mean, used to we'd separate, like, VTuber and ToonTuber, but ToonTubers are now freaking VTubers as well. Like, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Big Nose Bug. But that would be more like Western cartoon themed.
Yeah.
But they're just all lumped into VTuber now because VTuber is spread out so much at this point that
Yeah. At this point, it is just the case of it is person with a PNG. Actually, I suppose it depends on everyone's definition of a VTuber.
yeah.
Like, what was that dickhead? I say dickhead just because it's such an air. I think fucking Peanut or whatever his name was.
Oh, yeah,
The
him.
fucking crispy peanut, burnt peanut. I don't fucking
Yeah.
mind. Is he a VTuber? Was the question like a month ago.
I mean, people have joked about Annoying Orange being a VTuber since the beginning of it, so I mean,
I mean, it depends. I suppose it depends. I personally wouldn't consider him one because he's. I personally wouldn't, just purely off the fact, as one he has said in the past, he doesn't like being called a VTuber, and a lot
yeah,
of the times he's done it just to be an arsehole.
by furry logic alone of you're not one unless you count yourself as one, he is not a VTuber because he doesn't count himself as a VTuber.
Yeah, like he said it himself. I suppose then you could say, am I a VTuber? I would say I'm more of a VTuber than Peanut. Like, but by definition, I suppose I am. But I don't know. I'm very much on the fringes when it comes to the quote unquote
If we go just on the base of
considered
virtual
culture.
YouTuber, like the base two words, you are definitely, for him,
Yeah.
it does come into a gray area because it is his eyes and mouth on the thing.
Yeah. So it's fucking
I think that some
something.
people getting like super upset about it to the point where they were actually just freaking arguing on Twitter for days at a time were ridiculous, but
Yeah, but I think that was because he was being like a shithead, or his fans were being a shithead, if I remember correctly.
I mean, freaking, it was related to the VTuber Awards. Whoever, there's always a fan base that does that. I mean, what was it? The year before's VTuber Awards where Mouse won something and then Kai's freaking community got really pissed to the point where Kai
Oh,
had to
yeah, I
go,
remember
hey,
that.
fucking don't. It makes me look bad, dumbass.
The thing is, I do think a lot of the times it's just people looking for a fucking reason.
Oh, yeah.
It's purely performative. It's performative anger. Like you've got I think the most recent one is a lot of the fucking like absolute. You're gonna need to censor this again, by the way. So I had a fucking marker. All at the drama VTubers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing the rounds. They're clearly in a fucking like Discord coordinating just to be utter fucking. So it's yeah, I just arseholes genuinely. See what I actually have noticed, right? Maybe you can correct me on this. See the ones with the highly like fucking like anime fucking like cutesy girl like profile pictures on Twitter. Why are they the biggest fucking about?
I mean, that's been a trend even
Like,
before VTubers.
yeah,
You'd see
yeah,
someone
but it's
like
more
with
so now though, because
hi-
VTubers are a thing.
yeah, you'd see him with like hyper pink cinema roll X, Y, and Z, and then freaking every morning
Yeah,
it's a Facebook style good morning with the glitter and freaking cute
yeah,
freaking
it's literally going, I'm a racist, woo. Like, fuck off. Like, that's a soundbite. But it literally is that though. It's like, huh? Like, what the fuck? Like, gonna no do that, pal. I I I don't know. I just don't know where people get the fucking like time to just do that.
I have no idea. I mean, I've seen and it's kind of a luxury to a certain degree depending on how you look at it, I suppose. At a certain size, you don't have to freaking babysit Twitter and whatnot. People will still be there afterward and freaking immediately get you back where you were. As opposed to me, where I was in the penalty box for 6 fucking months.
Yeah, I've fucking I don't know how long I've been in the penalty box for. I am running an experiment right now though, because for 2 months fucking Twitter blue fucking shit tick was £4.
Hmm.
So I'm actually running an experiment between before I've had it where I've got like fucking months of data, like nearly 3 years of data,
Yeah.
versus now to see if there has been an uptick, because what I noticed for the longest time was that none of my stuff got more than like 75 impressions at the very most. There was a couple outliers where I got like a fucking no bad like reply from someone. So I actually want to see if my impressions actually change, like from a number
Oh
over the
yeah, I
span of 2
mean,
months.
it'll definitely change to a certain degree because Twitter doesn't hide that they deboost you if you're freaking not paying
Oh,
for it.
well, yeah, but what I mean is that see a lot of the people that run this like experiment shit, or at least post it on fucking YouTube and shit.
Hmm.
There's a couple things that I don't like. One, they are normally fucking finance gurus, arseholes. Here is how you fucking grow on, shite.
They've already got
So
themselves a freaking million
yeah,
people viewing them on freaking.
they're farming desperation, so it's not really real to me. Second of all, I the fucking male VTuber that everyone loves to complain about in terms
You
of
have
male
no idea how
VTubers
little
having.
that narrows it down.
Yeah, it's like in terms of like, oh, male VTubers have it harder.
Oh, that thing.
Male VTubers this, male VTubers that. So it's like, okay, well, I've got actual data. I the only thing I would say male VTubers had harder was getting a model that wasn't, you know, generic cat boy. Sorry for the
I
cat boys out there, but
I think that
that was hell back
it's
in the day.
yes asterisk.
Yeah,
It's
it's
sort of
everything they
like
say. Here's an
people's.
asterisk.
I think it's similar to people that are like, oh, people that freaking LewdTube have it so much easier than X, Y, and Z. It's yes, you have that initial freaking eyes
Oh,
on factor. People are due to the culture of it because it is derived from idol culture, so it's supply and demand. The demand
like
is for freaking X, Y, and Z. The problem
yeah,
is that at the end of the day, you're still a streamer.
yep.
So, where a lewd tuber, if they have zero personality, is going to see that cliff just drop off the edge. On the opposite side, we've seen it several times, and even freaking hollow stars getting an existence in general proves that where we have a bit more difficulty in the initial start because we don't have, the big personalities
Tits,
to freaking bring people.
tits. It's tits. That's the word you're looking for, mate. It's tits. We don't have massive fucking melons
I
strapped
mean,
to our chest.
it varies depending on the model.
Oh, it does vary. I've seen some where I'm like, you are hiding balloons under there, my guy.
Because,
Um,
I mean, Cha-Cha's is a lot of her thighs.
oh,
Midriffs
aye.
are a big one.
Aye, no, there's plenty. I will say, by the way, for people that are just listening to this, my overall opinion is I don't give a fuck why you're in. If you grow, you grow. You don't, you don't.
Yeah.
But there's no fucking hate for me. I do not feel that strongly about it. This is more me just trying to put another point, as in I'm already in a niche of a niche of a niche, so I want to see if Blue actually does anything.
Oh, yeah.
That is my whole purpose of doing it. But I will say back in, it might have changed now. I can only speak to what it was at the time, but I remember there was a whole fucking spreadsheet going about of like reasonably affordable like VTuber like riggers and artists and the like.
I used to be on one of
And
those spreadsheets.
so many of them would not draw men. Like just at all. It was just no men. I'm like, oh thanks. Brilliant, banging.
I think that I'd be
So
more comfortable doing a male 3D model than I would a male 2D model just because of my 3D I'm still learning anyway, so it's that more malleable part of my brain.
yeah.
When it comes to 2D, I have to actually like sit down and properly learn. Especially with like muscular.
Yeah, no, it's a bit more of an ask. Which is the other thing. A lot of people that would do men wouldn't do anything muscle. And I'm like, well, that doesn't work because one, you've never seen a fucking anorexic dwarf, have you? But secondly of all,
Yeah,
it wouldn't fit me
unfortunately,
because
Dwarf
I'm at the
Fortress
gym all
doesn't
the
have
time.
that level of detail.
Yeah, so it's like I'm always at the gym a fair amount of my time as well. So it would be weird, I feel. So I am quite I'm I don't know. it's one of those ones. I dread the day I actually decide to get another model.
Where you have to
I'm
hunt
very.
down someone or pay.
Oh yeah, pay my. The thing is, like, if I do another model, I'm very much considering getting a different art style. Not that I don't like my current one, by the way. I love it. I've used it for 3 years, and I still think it's fucking brilliant. But it's just for like a change.
Yeah.
You know, it's just to spice it up. But again, I don't want to go through the hell of trying to find that because it was already hard. Not to mention the fucking price. Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, the price
I
is the
get
one thing that I'm thinking of.
everyone needs to put fucking, food on the table and shit, but Jesus Christ, I can't justify it. The only reason I was able to justify this model, right, was
Mm.
2 reasons. One, I got a very big and nice tax return.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, my model mother was charging in Aussie bucks. So, and her prices weren't expensive either. I think my model came out plus the model art and rigging came out to about 350, 400 quid.
That's not bad.
That's great considering in Aussie bucks it was well over like 1.5 grand. But in
Yeah.
quid it was only a few hundred, and I was like, that's pretty fucking good for the quality and for what I got. I'm happy with that.
It's like hearing freaking anytime Tepper talks about their skeb budget. It's like, oh yeah, I got like 32 skebs over the past month. Exaggeration. Somehow, believe it or not, still an exaggeration. Not by much, but and it's like, oh yeah, how much did you spend? Oh, I don't know, $100. Because
some of them are fucking
the yen
cheap.
is so freaking.
What is the yen to pound ratio? Actually, I don't know.
I don't know what it is to pounds, but I think that it's like. I don't even know what it is in USD at this point.
Pounds to yen. Okay, £1 is 210 yen.
Yeah, 155 yen for one USD.
So I was gonna, what is the average skeb price? I don't really get art because I hate work. I don't want to say I hate working with artists. I don't trust people with my fucking money. I've seen plenty horror stories on the fucking. I've seen so many horror stories on fucking Twitter about artists absolutely patching them a belter.
Oh yeah. And I'm going to say one of those names that's probably going to wind up turning my comments into hellfire, but this was freaking back in 2024 as a prerequisite for this. But there was a video of Kirsch where she was talking about how long it took for her to get. And at the time, she hadn't even gotten a new model at all. Because she had gone through 5 different people, and all of them had freaking just took the money and ran.
Yeah. That is the other fear, is that, see, another thing for, let's see, the ones that actually charge a fairly high price.
Mm-hmm.
The other reason that they do that is because they're actually fucking reliable, and that is their business. So they're not going to fucking take the money and run.
I mean, even then it's an asterisk, because
it's an asterisk, because there's been plenty of times where they do, or they just accept.
Fucking, what was his name?
Oh, I was going to say, the whole fucking... Oh no, was that them? I don't want to say a name without it being fucking factually true.
My brain always goes to Oro, but no, Orobu is good. It's Vei's former pocket artist.
I don't remember. I just know some of the people that. Okay, right. This is actually a fucking point. Is there's so many people that do VTuber artists and shit, right? They're young enough, they've never worked a fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
And it fucking shows. You cannot be professional. You are not fucking sticking to deadlines. You're taking too much work. And that you're not delivering on any of it. You know, it's like the amount of unprofessionalism only shows from people that have not worked a job in their life.
Yeah.
And they've went, I am a VTuber. I am this and I am not getting a job. Get a fucking job. You'll learn some professionalism. See if the community learned some amount of professionalism, the whole fucking thing would run a lot smoother.
Even entertainment wise, like, you don't even have to go like get a factory job. I mean, entertainment obviously is going to still require you to have some level of skill aside from just I can do this thing kind of okay.
I have a personality.
But like I learned professionalism, and I still got shit from my boss. Not my boss, but like the second in command, third in command.
No.
Weird. But long story short, there was a group that was at one of the venues that we were at who was super unprofessional and basically chewed out my sister for something that she didn't even do. And it's like, you can't. And then I freaking was talking shit because we were like stages right next to each other. And I was talking shit, and he's like, you can't do that. We got to be professional. It's like, okay, firstly, I agree to a certain degree. The moment that they freaking go completely mask off and remove any level of professionalism, I can at least have a little bit of griping personally. They're doing it out publicly. If I can't, I'm just doing it backstage. Fuck that.
Oh, no. See if someday like that actually went fucking done that with one of my brothers, for example. No. There'd be no professionalism. They'd be told they're in no uncertain terms.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There we are. Sorry. I try not to. I do mean it. I just genuinely. I don't know. It just shows a lot of the lack of professionalism on here. Like on Twitter, I feel like people forget you're in the public. You know, at least try to treat people with some form of fucking decency. Like, my God, it's not that hard to just not be an arsehole.
I mean, there's a reason why freaking Google Doc is a fucking meme in.
Google Docky. Fuck, right. I think, again, we're not beating the fucking Cinder 1000 page Google
100
Doc.
page, yeah, freaking.
Oh, no, 1,000, mate.
Was it 1,000?
Yeah, 100. It was
100.
No, surely not. I thought it was more.
No, it was 100. And a lot of people just weren't reading that shit. I didn't read it. I actually
read it, admittedly.
I got the cliff notes of it, and I mean, I've basically given my opinion on it. It's like, okay, here's the facts of the thing. The nano part was false, and she openly stated that she was shit to her friends. Everyone wants to take one side or the other, and it's like, well, it's kind of more in the middle. We're human. We have more nuance than that.
I get the feeling there was a lot more.
There's definitely a lot more like going on in the background, but
yeah, I feel there was so much more to that than meets the eye, to say the least.
Oh, for sure. But the point is that like people want to go, oh, she did nothing wrong. It's like, no, she openly states she was shit to her friends. Like, are you saying that she's a liar about that? Or people are like, oh, well, she did everything wrong, and it's like, well, there's at least one part that wasn't entirely her fault, because she didn't say it publicly. She said it in her Discord, but Nano openly is like, okay, I kind of lied. I chose to blah, blah, blah. And people still give Nano shit for it to this day about how she didn't ever publicly say, yeah, that was my bad, and just did it exclusively in her Discord. I don't give a shit either way on that. It's whatever. I don't interact with these people directly. Fucking whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I see it, but the thing is, I think I counted the amount of words that were in that Cinder's document, because it kept going that long. I actually fired it into a word counter. It came out it actually came out longer than like a feature novel. It was like 108, like roughly 118,000 words. It came out to. I wish I was joking. I actually did sit and do it.
I think
like,
people
I'm
said that it was
morbidly curious at this
longer
point.
than. I don't remember if it was longer than the Lord of the Rings trilogy or if it was just longer than like every one of the books independently. I think it was only like. I think it was only like a couple hundred words shorter than the Bible. Or it was like a couple dozen or something like that.
I don't remember that one. I
don't know. I know that people
kept
making memes about how many words were in it.
Well, no wonder. It was fucking abhorrent. It was genuinely... It was beyond ridiculous, the size. Like,
oh, yeah.
There comes a point where you'd have to understand that it is a TLDR. It's the internet. See if you don't cover it in about a page.
I think that even worse about it, and well, after this, I think we should freaking go, because otherwise we're just gonna freaking get the comments being like, oh, you talked about this for far too long. Why did you freaking... It's an old thing. And I'm openly stating, it was an old thing even when the freaking doc came out. That's the point of this.
Yeah.
I mean, when the first initial thing came out, I have vague connections to some people that are involved, so I kinda cared a little bit.
Oh, I had zero connection to anyone. I'm just laughing at the fucking document size.
I mean...
Because it was fucking ridiculous.
I'm not, like, freaking, like, friends with anyone, obviously. I mean, freaking... You'd see me on one of their streams once in a while, maybe. I don't know, I'm kidding. But I'm not, like, friends with any of them, but I'm, like, 1 degree of separation from some of them involved. Like, actual friend-to-friend type deal.
Yeah.
So I cared at the, like, initial thing, but the second part came out, like, what was it, 6 months later? 7?
7 months later or something ridiculous.
Like, I didn't care.
But I get... Yeah, like, again, the only reason I'm bothering to talk about it was just because when it came up with Google Docs, it's the first thing that comes to mind. I'm sorry to say. There's no other... There is no other way I could think of anything else, just because it involved so many fucking people.
I mean...
Like, to a ridiculous degree.
Part of my thing on it was that there were so many that came out last year, and so many of them were just pointless.
Oh, I know, there were a lot of them that I personally had seen were beyond fucking pathetic.
There was one that I saw that was like one artist and one client were like, well, this person didn't do this the way I wanted to. Well, this person didn't pay. And it's like, did you finish the project? No. Did you pay for the project? No. I don't know what order of operations you guys normally play by. However, neither of you did the thing that requires the other person to do the thing.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
Literally. It's... It's the only way to describe it at this point. It was... I'm actually still I'm actually looking to see if I can find the document again. I want to see how many... I swear it was nearly 1,000 pages.
I have no idea. We haven't even really gone through any of the actual questions.
You had questions for me, apparently, and we've touched none of them in about an hour since we started.
Oddly enough, I was going to earlier do the first bullet point, aside from obviously tell us about yourself, which is the intro thing. I don't count that as a question. It's freaking just there in case the person doesn't have an actual intro for themselves. Do you actually even look up to any VTubers?
No. No. I've never... I've always been that kind of person. I've never looked up to someone as like, I want to be just like them. I've never done that with anyone in my fucking life that hasn't been like my family.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm like, you know what, that kind of thing. I can look at people and I can go, you know what, fair dues, but I don't really look up to them.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Because
I think that look up to, I mean, like, have a level of, like, notable respect for them, because, like, I don't think there's anyone that I particularly want to be, but, like, obviously I freaking wear it on my sleeve, and game was rigged from the start. Oh, I said the joke, haha, that joke that was never meant to be a joke. But, you know, Juniper, Dia, and I'm gonna say her name at the time, Uni. You know, freaking
Okay.
modelers and riggers were, like, the big people that got me into the freaking whole thing, so...
Yeah. I've never looked up to anyone really that way. Like, I can go, yeah, you know, that seems fairly decent, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I've just never looked. I've never went, yes, this is someone I look up to as, like, a content creator. Not that I don't respect, but people that do content creation and shit, obviously. I'm not that kind of person. But I wouldn't say I look up to them in the sense of, hey, here is my Oshi. I don't
Oshi.
have an Oshi. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I remember I had to get that explained to me.
I don't think I've ever
that
used the
word
word
meant.
Oshi, because, I don't know, Oshi, due to the origin of the word, and, like, part of the word being, like, God or something like that, it's like, even my top VTubers, I don't think there's any of them that I would place on that level of pedestal.
Yeah.
Mostly because each one of them has very clear vices that, like, they do not hide. I mean, freaking Juniper, which is probably what what most people would classify as my top, is fucking insane. To put it bluntly. Speaking of Uni though, believe
Yes.
I don't even know if you know Uni, but she apparently still uses Uni as, like, her art name. Because someone
Well, I mean, it
recently
makes
got it.
sense if that's what's all in their portfolio.
Well, I figured that... Okay, YouTube, you didn't hear any of this. Ignore this whole next segment. Plug your ears. But normally, you're supposed to remove, like, your entire previous identity, like... Or, like, completely separate and not do anything associated with that when you join a corpo. So, her being...
Yeah.
You know, part of Hollow currently.
Oracle.
I'm surprised that she...
Yeah.
I don't even know whose merch it was for. It might have been Lily's? I don't know. Or Bow's? I don't know. Someone had merch recently, and I was like, I wonder who did the art for that. And I look through it, and it's like, Uniho, and I'm like, that's unexpected.
I think there comes a point, though, where they can only erase so much. Like, if it was already their previous thing, I don't think they could get rid of that.
So they're not forced to, like, erase it, but normally you're required to stop, like, you're in, like, an exclusivity contract normally. And granted, Hollow EN has kind of just drifted away from a lot of the idle restrictions.
Which, thank fuck, because they're fucking daft. Whole idle restriction nonsense. It's like...
I mean,
do that.
ID, I think, is probably, like, the best thing that could have happened to them, because that's what caused it, because I think it was Ollie. She started
Probably
collabing
Ollie.
with people outside of it. I know she's collabed with Joel before. And then they're like, oh.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, this works. Oh, they can do this. And now we have, like, Narissa singing with Bao and freaking...
Yeah, it's actually allowed... Like... That's the thing, it was a very stupid thing. In my mind, it's very stupid to go, oh, sorry, you can only do in-house shit. Because there's going to be people that don't watch that. I mean, I barely watch VTubers as is, but I don't watch corpos.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer to support an indie.
I mean, the
No,
only
I'm
reason
going to
I
be honest with you.
really...
The term indie is very fucking loose as is.
The only corpos I really watch in anything resembling frequently, and that's like once or twice a month, are Rayora, because I was a fan of her before she was Rayora, and occasionally if Gigi's doing something that like really catches my attention or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm more there for like curiosity than because, oh, gotta support Teber's freaking corpo comparison.
I just don't see the fucking point, honestly. Like, I don't like the restrictions. I get like I wish I had the budget, sure, but I actually want to talk about the corpo indie thing from the sense that see a lot of people that say they are indie, right?
Yeah.
And it's actually something I think many of us that are, I'm going to say beyond fucking minuscule, because that's what we are. We're fucking nothing. We are the nothingness of anything when it comes to VTubing.
I'll have you know that I'm
see
in
a
the
lot
top
of your
3% of Twitch.
but for fuck's sake, you could stream a dog taking a shit, and it would probably still end in the fucking top 2. Like,
I know that's the joke is like I think I'm like at 3 average viewers according to Twitch Tracker, and I'm labeled as the top 3%.
Literally, it's such a shit number. I just don't pay attention to it. But what I was gonna say was, see the whole thing was like, oh, you see like a medium large indie, right? A lot of people would compare their work to, themselves, right? The problem is, don't, because a lot of those people, it's not just them. They've got fucking people behind them doing all the shit that you are currently trying to do yourself. So of course you're never going to be able to compare that way. You're never going to be able to outdo the work of about 8 fucking people. Like, shit, I wish I could afford an editor. Just so they could edit my shit down. I don't have the time, that's why I'm doing shorts, and as you know, Nasu, I fucking hate shorts as a format.
Oh yeah.
I hate it. I don't watch them. I don't consume shorts. But the problem is I've got no other time to make long form, and long form does considerably worse for the amount of effort put in.
Oh yeah. I mean, we look at my I actually have my freaking studio up because I freaking just got a comment on something, so I decided to look. But if we ignore today's because it hasn't really hit the hour that I normally freaking have my stuff take off, which honestly I might as well just shift 12 hours, but at this point I've freaking committed to 7 a.m. But like 700, 500, freaking this was a lower one at 100, 1200, 1000, 1000, whatever you want to call it, 1200. And then we go over to my videos and it's like 14, 22, 8, 13, 19, 21.
The problem is, maybe this is just maybe how I look at it, but what I've noticed is, see if a fucking channel, if a video or something has like less than so many views. Let's see if you see a video on YouTube on your fucking recommended up next, whatever, and it's got like 10 views. Are you going to click on it?
Depends on what the topic is.
Yeah, but most of the time people would say no.
I mean, the thing is that like most of what gets recommended is going to be like stuff that you've already freaking watched 100 times. Like, am I going to watch freaking Guardsman Kane with 10 views talk about the Sisters of Battle, or am I going to watch Pancreas, which I know he's good for freaking working on art while he's in the background because it does long videos talk about the Sisters of Battle?
Yes, exactly. It's one of those ones. So it's hard. I just don't see the point in long form right now. My fucking goal is get shorts enough to get a following that way, and then I will do long form
The only
when
difficult
I
thing
actually
about
have it.
that transfer is that
It
as
won't
people,
necessarily like convert.
I mean, it won't at all. It's sort of like we mentioned it last month because when I swapped from using mobile to desktop to upload to TikTok, my viewership just tanked down to 0 because I was only getting like 10 or something at the time because I was fresh. But and we can talk about beautiful American TikTok here in a second, but
Oh,
much like transferring from short to long form content, our consensus is that that was because what you upload to is actually what it's pushed to. So,
yeah.
uploading from mobile, it's pushed to mobile. So when I switched over to uploading from desktop, it put me into the desktop algorithm, and that reset my audience effectively.
Is that just TikTok or is that YouTube Shorts as well?
TikTok, YouTube Shorts is all shorts
I
go
only I only do
mobile.
shorts, so
Long
I only
form
do
content
I only do
is separated
yep.
because I don't know what is predominantly on desktop, but someone actually has looked at like the overarching analytic data in the background of YouTube. And long form content is pushed to people that are watching on TV.
Oh, that's strange. If it's TV, that's rather weird.
Yeah, I didn't know that YouTube TV was actually like anything substantial.
Used. I mean, it
I knew
makes
it was
sense, but
used, but
could
I
you imagine try to type that type lit something in with a fucking remote?
I
Ugh,
mean,
no.
you're just naming any streaming service at this point.
Yeah, true. Maybe I don't use streaming services, so that might be why I'm like, But the
Um I mean, I've only recently used a little bit of streaming services, and I'm not even normally the one freaking doing that. I pop over to my father and sister's house, and they're watching
mm,
something. But
I just don't see again with the format and shit. I hate it. I don't watch it. I don't participate it. Well, I participate in it purely because I fucking make them. Because at that point, it's not worth it for me. Like my shorts get over 1,000 views in a
yeah,
routine, like 1 and 2,000, and they take all of 10 minutes to fucking make. I do
mine take.
very minimal editing.
I just hate subtitling.
I have I use DaVinci Resolve, and that fucking does it for me.
Does it?
Yeah, if you pay for it, you can. It
Fuck,
has a
that's what
thing
it
just to
is.
do it for you. But there is a plugin you can get, I believe, that does it if you have the free version.
Hmm.
Which it's not. It's good enough for shorts. That's what I used before I went and got the full license for DaVinci Resolve when it was on when it was on the fucking sale because it's a perpetual lifelong license,
You might
one-off
need to.
purchase.
I'll have to take a look as to when that actually really like whenever they go on sale. That's how I got Clip Studio when I did because I like DaVinci a lot better than I mean I was using Vegas 14, so
Oh, fucking shite
ancient
software, ancient garbage.
ancient garbage that is even compared to the modern, which freaking Vegas is still garbage.
But yeah, I
Um, I just
I just
remember
don't.
anytime I talk about Vegas, one person talking about the joke of um, I'm not gonna say his name outright, but a certain individual who mysteriously passed away in his jail cell some years ago when there was a missing 1 minute out of the security footage outside of his Cell, and everyone's like, yeah, literally anything else would tell you that that was edited, except for maybe Vegas, which wouldn't have the metadata for it because it's fucking ancient and is never fucking updated even between versions.
Yeah, I just fucking. I used Vegas at one point. Garbage.
But yeah, send me that.
Send you the website for DaVinci, but
Well, I have DaVinci. I just need.
Oh, you mean the plugin? I found it on YouTube. It was on YouTube a while ago. If you can just Google it, see the amount of free plugins you can get for DaVinci. It would actually fucking terrify you.
I've been getting a lot of free plugins for OBS recently because Phlox has been sharing a bunch of them, which is actually a lot of my shorts from last month were because of Phlox. Because she did she had like a week by week prompts kind of deal that she was posting, and I was like, all right. Some of them were not like applicable to me or like not useful to me, but I mean, I had 3 weeks of that worked fine.
I got annoyed with subtitling shit manually, or the free one was a little bit annoying sometimes.
Yeah, subtitling is my absolute least favorite part of shorts.
Yeah, but because I just bit the bullet and just fucking got it, it's literally a button press and does it for me. And it is actually quite accurate, even with my accent. It is accurate enough.
Yeah, if I only have to do a little bit of manual freaking adjustment, that's fine. It's freaking having to go, and then especially cutting in the middle of different phrases and whatnot in order to freaking do it is a bitch.
Yeah, when I made shorts initially before I got it, it was like just subtitling alone. It was about 40 minutes of my fucking time.
Yep, that's what it is for me about.
But now it's 30 seconds. If it gets everything right. Maybe a minute if I need to like, adjust the timings.
Yeah. And that's a lot easier than...
I found it worth. I really just want to get into the habit of posting them before I bother my arse editing any harder. Because I can't be fucked doing these like massive transitions. Like you see people post them online and stuff where it's always highly edited and it's like, oh, I spent 4 hours editing this like 30-second to a minute short, and I'm like, I don't have the fucking time to do that. Like, not at all.
Like, if there's something that really strikes my... If I get hyper fixated on something, I'm like, oh, I can do this and this and this. But, like, if it's something that is just, like, a quick and dirty freaking clip or something, then it's like, I don't want to spend 40 minutes on... on this for it to only really freaking matter for like a day.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same script for me. It's like all of like 3 fucking views in it. It's just like, oh, brilliant! I've spent so much time. Again, it's why I don't do long form. You spend so much time doing one thing, and then about 5 people see it.
That's why,
that's why I would rather build a following first, and then just hope it pushes. It's pushed. If I'm honest.
I mean, the bright side is, I mean, obviously this only really applies to me because you don't multi-stream to it, but like, it brings people to the streams more than it does to the long-form content.
Oh, yeah.
And do you... I know that you also upload to Blue Sky and Twitter for your shorts. Do you upload anywhere else?
No, just there. I don't use TikTok.
I'm thinking of dropping TikTok.
I didn't like the privacy aspect of it to begin with.
It's gotten worse.
I know, exactly.
Well,
I
in
feel
the US,
justified in
it has
avoiding it.
anyway.
Fuck, we're not that
Um,
far behind yous, honestly. It's all owned by the fucking US now, and they're actually even worse now with how they're managing it, apparently. So,
is it all owned? I thought
yeah.
it was only the US was owned by the US.
No, I thought
Because
I
I've
might be
only seen the
wrong.
drops in my US friends on there. Anyone that's out of the US seems to still be using the old servers. Because the problem is that when they did the transfer, TikTok just went down for like 3 days, firstly. And it's all government owned, so
Yeah.
all of us in the US are surprised that it only lasted 3 days, given that government shutdowns freaking tend to last freaking however long. Again, I'm going to point this out. Irony that the thing that we were accusing TikTok of doing, of having their servers owned by the Chinese government, very ironic that we brought them over here and now the servers are owned by the US government. Very ironic, very funny. But we're on separate servers, so the interbreeding is limited. I went from about 1K per video before the transfer to I don't even reliably get 100.
Yeah, fuck it. I see the thing is, though, see with just how TikTok handles like the privacy and stuff as well. I already found it heavily fucking dubious, especially because the nature of my work
Yeah.
as well. It was a bit of a yeah, please don't, a bit of a no. So I don't. I kind of respect that
I don't know if
aspect of the
they've done
job.
local across the board. Here in the US, they have a tab now called local. So it's another thing where I'm probably going to drop because, like, I live in the middle of nowhere. So local is more of a dox than if I lived in, like, the middle of Cincinnati or the middle of fucking Cleveland or Columbus.
Yeah, it's. I guess for me, it's not really. It wouldn't. Well, I suppose it might technically matter, but also you can tell where I am purely off of my fucking accent if you know the accent.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
that's not difficult, I'm afraid.
But
The
you've
thing
still
is that
got an entire, and I'm going to say country because freaking.
yep, I've still got an entire country. No, but the thing is though, depending on the city, so we all have different accents. Other Scottish people can exactly tell where I am based on my accent. I've just
Interesting.
had, yeah. See every city, the difference between Edinburgh and Glasgow, for example, right?
I mean, I guess that makes sense because, like, I mean, the more obvious one to those of us that are outside of Scotland
Yeah,
is we notice the different accents of the Brits because there's a difference
yeah.
between the posh freaking Londoners and, well, Cockney.
Scousers. Aye, there's a difference there, but it's essentially the same up here. It's like Glasgow and Edinburgh are like what on the motorway an hour apart,
Mm-hmm.
and the difference is quite. You can if you listen to it, you can hear the difference.
I could probably,
So
like, suss out the difference if I heard, like, you and someone else talking at the same time.
aye, there is definitely a difference. So it's like other Scottish people can work out where I am, but I don't exactly hide it because it's in the most like densely populated area in Scotland. So
Fair
it's
enough.
like, yeah, it's like good fucking luck. It's like I'm as hid well as best I can with what I've got, So I'm not necessarily fussed that way.
I guess
But
that,
brilliant,
like,
you know where my accent is. Congratulations. Now
I guess
what?
that it does make a little bit of sense, like, from old, like, clan separation border kind of deal. Because
Yeah,
as opposed to the US where, like, different clusters, like Appalachia versus Ohio River freaking cluster, whatever you, some people call it tri-state, some people call it, but like freaking Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio region versus, New York, Jersey region versus, like, these are, like, massive freaking gaps rather than just, if I go up to, like, Cincinnati or freaking Cleveland, people are still going to have about the same accent as I have.
Yeah.
But that's, rather than us having our clusters, like, hundreds of years like you guys have had in that area, we've had, like, 300 or so years total.
Aye, at the very most. By then, it would
And
still take a while for it
it's
to
a
all be
lot of
different.
migration, so those accents are freaking like any grains of salt in the freaking ocean.
Yeah. It's honestly, it is kind of funny because also the inverse is true. Is like of all the Scottish like VTubers and shit, I can suss out whereabouts they are. Obviously, we don't fucking mention it. You know, it's
Yeah.
your accent's from X place, but you can hear it if you listen to it enough. You're like, yeah, I know roughly where you are. You know where I am. It's just, it's a lot more obvious than you might think, especially because like you can get from one coast to the other in like what, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
The only
Like in
one that
terms,
I'm able to like suss out, at least like without hearing them in the same room, is Strayans, because I don't know the locations that they are, but I can tell that they're from different regions because I'll hear like other eggplant, and she has like closer to the base Brit accent as opposed to like I don't even remember who the heck it was. Or like versus the freaking the Australian Arknight's character that freaking, I swear at any point in time she's gonna freaking pull out the word Drongo or something like that. Like she's deep outback accent.
I do like. See, there was a big, like, as you might have seen on your timeline on Twitter, all the UK VTubers rather took over the timeline for a period.
If I was on Twitter, no. I don't use Twitter a whole lot because since Grok got like even more ingrained into it, I can't have it on my
Yeah,
phone. It literally overheats my phone just being on it.
fucking hell. So basically, what you missed then is that a lot of the timeline was taken up by UK VTubers. Because there was a
Interesting.
whole trend. There was a whole trend of where you're from, and it was just flooded with folk for the UK, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" So I knew another big fucking UK Discord kind of spun up, and there was
Interesting.
a whole bunch of folk in there. And I was in the VC the other day, and there was about 8 different accents, all fucking going away at once. Which is like, it's funny considering we're all on a very reasonably small fucking island. It was like very distinct. We're all joking, saying we need to fucking fucking record some of these because it's like similar language and all, plenty of swearing. I think one of the posts I put out commented on it was a good fucking laugh, and oddly enough, there were so many pegging comments. There were so many fucking jokes about pegging. It was fucking brilliant.
Weird.
Yeah, it was a good fucking laugh. Genuinely, bunch of good folk in there. And the other thing is as well, see, most of them, apart from like a couple of them, they're all fucking about our size. So they're all wee creators.
Huh, interesting.
No many of them. There was a couple in there, but no many of them are like these fucking humongous. I am, 20k followers, Twitch partner full time. Look at me, peasants, and bask in my glory. No, they're all fucking wee folk, working class folk, which is what I think I like the most. I
I
love
mean,
proper working class folk. Fuck posh man,
at a
genuinely. Oh,
certain point
sorry.
you do
Yeah.
At a certain point, you do kind of like reach a size where you start to. I don't think it's out of malice. I mean, for some people, it's definitely I'm better than you.
Oh,
I
for some
can't
people,
freaking possibly in there. For sure, there's definitely those, but like, there's a certain point where it's like you start becoming a bit wary because you've run into people that are just there because, well, you got a little extra size. If I could scrape a little off of your freaking side there in order to freaking grow, and
let me
it's like,
scrape some off the top. Aye. Thankfully, no one encountered that, but to be fair, there's nothing to fucking scrape off of me, so. But, I get it. I do get it, because people are arseholes.
yeah,
And it is entirely fair to go, well, you know what, why would somebody bother, joining if they're just going to get taken fucking the piss out of? But I suppose the other side to that is there are some people that will, they've not had any fucking mates, they've got no pals, anything at all, and they will use that as like their thing. Oh, look at me, I am queen bee
oh
in this
yeah.
situation. I am the popular. I am the big kipper, the big cheese, some might say.
And I think that last year
Ridiculous.
actually added a bit more to it because, as we established, the big one was a lot of people that thought that they were friends and they freaking.
Oh, they weren't.
And then
Like,
there's freaking two others that I also just won't name by name, where it's like, oh, people were just trying to freaking get ahead and X, Y. We are at minute 45. I really need to use the bathroom. So do you want to take a quick bio break?
actually, that's fine with me. I'm going to get some water.
All right. Swear cats can't live with them. Oops, wrong one. That one. The only difference is the existence of the table between those two, but still.
I'm sitting here just eating a bit of cheese, so.
Also, freaking. Remember that. I need to turn off the freaking vertical to a certain degree or set it to where. Actually, I can't. Because it's not hotkeyed. Because I had vertical set, but YouTube doesn't have the ability to do vertical at the same time as horizontal for everyone yet. Like from two different sources. And I really wish that it left dual stream on by default because I just realized that I freaking once again forgot to flip the switch, so I've used dual stream twice since it became available like 2 months ago because I have to manually do it each time.
Ugh.
It's one button. It's not like a massive thing. I just forget constantly.
Oh, right, what were we talking about?
Good question. Do you
What were we
always have to
talking
run your fat ass into the door every goddamn time you want to enter here? Yes, you.
Living with Kool-Aid Man the cat.
I swear. Oh, right. We were talking about why some people tend to veer away at a certain point from like public.
Yeah, I think it kind of comes in two ways, I think. Again, I can't really. Again, I think my opinion might change if I ever got to that size. But there are some people that are just arseholes because they have a following of absolute brain dead folk.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
So, yeah.
and I mean, I don't think I have to freaking. One of the questions that normally comes up is because, and I know that some people have not exactly seen some of the thing. One of the questions I tend to ask, because I go figure, in a very predominantly female space, I have a lot of female members that wind up showing up on VTuber Vault. But one of the questions that comes
Yes.
up is, have you dealt with parasocialism? Because, I mean, I've dealt with parasocialism.
No, I've not actually.
But,
I've not dealt with it at all. Now I think about it.
some of them I know, they say they haven't dealt with parasocialism, but I know some of their members are very parasocial.
Yeah.
And it's like, I really don't want to burst your bubble, bud, but you really need to go back to drawing your line on your freaking, how do I put it? Boundaries.
I've never encountered any parasocial folk. I think one, that's because I'm a guy. Two, most of my audience I think actually are women. I think a good chunk of them are all lassies, which is actually kind of funny considering you'd think it was the opposite. But thirdly,
I know that this is going to be survivorship bias, or like, I don't know, whatever bias is, freaking source bias or something, but when it comes to parasocialism, at least, unless the streamer themselves is feeding into it, which I'm not going to name any companies in particular, and I'm not going to name any names in particular, but there are definitely some particular VTubers, especially in certain companies, that really feed into the parasocial boyfriend experience aspect of it. But
I could say that about the girlfriend experience. To be fair, you know, let's not just say it's the gents on this one.
Oh no, I mean, yes, people do that, but I mean, like, there's most of the women that I see in like the community tends to be a bit more accepting of the boundaries than the guys, and obviously it's also like number of people that there are that are like viewing, because like even at the same quantity, 1%, and this is a high estimate because obviously it's not even 1% of people that are the level of parasocial that gets to like attacking a streamer's garage door with a sledgehammer, for those that remember that incident.
I don't know that incident, but that's psycho behavior.
Yeah, and people are really sad because that VTuber now refuses to go to conventions after that incident, for understandable reasons, mind you.
Oh yeah, because it's fucking psychotic people. Though it's a shame that their fucking place get found.
Yeah,
that's a thing as well. Holy fuck.
But, and just to use 1% as a easier on the math part rather than the actual percentage, which is probably close to like 0.001%. Like 1% of 100,000 versus 1% of 1,000 is a notable like difference.
It's a noticeable difference. But I can only speak for myself. I've thankfully not had to deal with parasocialism, but I don't think I kind of foster that. Which I know I know plenty of folk that kind of do. Again, as you say, play into the boyfriend experience.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm very much a taken man as well. I don't hide that. So, yeah, it's just kind of like, okay.
Oddly enough, I haven't had parasocialism in the realm of like people thinking that they can get with me, thankfully.
Aye.
I've had parasocialism in the person shows up twice and then starts calling me friend realm, though.
Mm,
And then I don't know why this winds up happening in certain cases. A lot of the time they wind up turning out to be people that wind up getting banned from my community because they're minors.
yeah, no, that's the thing as well, is that, well, I guess we've already discussed it. Yeah, no,
I think that the weirdest thing is that
nae
the
wins.
most egregious example of this was when I was doing my Elder Scrolls run through,
Right.
which makes no sense because uh, by the point in time that they were getting banned, I was in Morrowind. So they showed
Right.
up either when I was doing Arena or Daggerfall, which seems really weird for someone underage to like be finding on Twitch.
Yeah, that's kind of a point, in it. Like, I wonder why there is where they went, yeah, let's check this out.
Unless they found me through something else and then like just decided, but they were being like
Hmm.
really weird and being like, "Oh, buddy, oh, hey, friend," and it's like you're my favorite streamer, and like it's
Okay, yeah,
like you've known me for a
I've
week, dude.
yeah, I've
And
definitely
then
no had that.
they joined my server, and then somehow it took until they were in my server for like a week for them to go, "Hey, I noticed that your rules state," and it's like, you've been on my server for a week. That's like the first thing you should see when you enter my server, firstly. Secondly, you had to accept this when you first talked in my chat, unless you just ignored the rule. It's like,
Yeah, unless you
I'm
just
not
clicked on
18 yet, and
through.
it's like, well, then get out of my community.
Yeah, it's like,
We're
sorry,
going to
pal.
ban you. You can apply to be unbanned when you are, like, aren't a minor anymore, but I really don't want kids in my community. My sense of humor is not for children. And honestly, freaking, as anyone that's over the age of, like, 25 will say, freaking, even in your 20s, you're like a kid still. Because freaking your frontal lobe hasn't, like, fully developed yet.
Yeah, honestly, like, just, I wish it was easier to make Wayne's not enter the fucking community, but I suppose that requires a bit of policing on our part.
Yeah. And then there's only so much you can do without, like,
It's one of those ones.
until they, like, openly state that they're, like, at a certain age or something like that, and you're like, okay, well, you have to leave. I don't think that you should do, like, a certain someone and freaking, like, scream out at the top of your lungs, and I'm going to say the alternate. Those that know what this acronym is know what I'm actually saying, but screaming out at the top of your lungs, keep yourself safe. I don't think you should go that far. However,
Oh, no, it took me a minute. Fuck's sake.
yeah. But I'm like, my sense of humor isn't, the topics that I discuss are not for people underage unless they're talking with like a therapist or something. The language and like themes of my streams, none of this is for someone under the age of 18. Please just, you can apply to be unbanned once you're of legal age.
For me, I think by even if people have never heard of me before, right, which is probably most people,
Yeah.
I think it's obvious I am not a fucking kid friendly person.
I mean, heck, even freaking,
like, in terms of everything else.
even YouTube friendly, freaking, I have 4 markers already.
I don't even know what mine are, but I definitely ain't fucking Wayne friendly. I am quite happy not being Wayne friendly.
Yeah.
What was, there was other questions you had listed. What else have you got? Just because I know we'll end up, we've only hit like one of them out of.
I mean, that's why these wind up going. That's why I've stopped saying, "Oh yeah, about 2 hours." Is because especially for season 2, yapping just happens.
Yeah.
I suppose though that like the question that is most obvious is how did you, especially for you, because you are very unique in the VTuber region because you're not like a lot of other VTubers consume VTuber stuff at the same time. How did you get into
Yeah.
VTubing?
You can thank the algorithms for that. When it all blew up during COVID and all of that, I seen it, and I was like, initially I thought fucking cringe, very fucking cringe.
I mean, yeah,
But
freaking like
yeah,
I think it was even as late as November of the year before I debuted. I was asked by someone while I was playing Yakuza, "Hey, are you one of those VTubers?" Because I used to have a little dancing Nasu gif that I had in the
yeah.
bottom corner, and they're like, and I'm like, "No, I don't think I'd ever be a VTuber. That's fucking
And look
ridiculous."
where you are now. But essentially, I just seen clips of it,
Mm,
and initially I thought they were fucking cringe. But that was when fucking Hololive became a thing here in like the
yeah,
Western area. And then it kind of became a bit more non, you know, fucking idle shit over time, to the point where it got a little bit more normalized. And then I kind of looked at it and I went, you know what? I'd always kind of wanted to do content creation one way or another, just because I work a really technical job. It has
mm-hmm.
no room to scratch that creative bit of my fucking brain.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought, well, I'll give it a bash for a little bit of time and see if I actually like it.
Can you
And I was
imagine
like, you
trying
know
it out
what?
before you decide to dump like 20K into it and then
Oh, I did. I was a shitty PNG I drew myself. Uh, just a wee shitty thing, just to actually see if I like streaming in general. And then when I actually went, yes, it's actually all right, you know, I decided, yeah, fuck it, why not put a face, an actual face to the voice.
mm-hmm.
And that was kind of my motivation behind it. I use I'm within the VTubing sphere purely because it hits that middle ground I like, where I get to keep my actual face off the fucking internet,
Yeah.
but I can I can present a face of a sort. So that's kind of my reason. It hits the middle ground for me, which I think's a lot more common these days than say what it was when I started, where people were heavy into their fucking like VTubing proper kind of thing. You know, here I am playing a character.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
I think
like that.
that
I don't play a character. I am my fucking self. Take it as you will.
even as early as like um 2020, I guess, around COVID, when like it was getting into the West, it was less, aside from corpos, because they were still very idle. Even like first gen En with Myth
Yeah.
were still very idle. So it's like, oh yeah, freaking Mori Calliope was Mori Calliope, freaking
Yeah,
rather
Reaper
than
and stuff. Yeah.
just Mori.
Yeah. It's
Which I
it's
for anyone
it
that
was a strange
winds up
time.
stumbling onto this without any context of like the gap between those, is like, okay, so she shaved off like the latter part of her name. What the fuck's that matter? It's like, it's the difference between playing the character and like using the character as a
Being your
vessel for
fucking
like
self.
you.
Yeah, some people like playing the character though, because the suspense of disbelief. Like I am, you know, fucking this mythical being. Some people actually like it, you know, the fucking
Yeah.
LARP. Um, I don't personally. I think some people kind of take the piss with it. But
I'll
also just
use
because
it.
I can't be arsed. If I want to LARP, I will play fucking D&D. I play plenty of it.
I
I've
use
played
it as an
many a
intro.
character.
That's about it. And I like Nasu has aspects of him that fit in. Like the archivist part is because I'm an artist. And
Yeah.
I draw and write stuff for the world that I created. I'm a world builder. Like in canon, Nasu the character is an archivist who has learned about the history, and it gives me like a sort of bridge point between me and the viewer.
Yeah.
I, however, am not going to go, oh, hey, welcome to my freaking house in the mountains of X Earth thing where I'm have my little base in front of whatever. I mean, sure, the scenery exists back there, but like,
Yeah. No, I get that because it's pretty much the similar shit that I have. It's just like, yeah, I have. I've done it at the start of this. I said, dwarf VTuber because that is the brand of VTuber I am. But I think the accent sells that. That's actually another point as well. Like, I picked a dwarf VTuber, one because it was different, two because it was better than the average human, but three because I thought my voice actually fit it.
yeah.
Which I'm not saying people's voice can and cannot fit something. That was just a personal choice on my part.
And much like myself, it fits because of elf racism.
Fuck's sake. It's it's just one of the numbers that I greatly found. I just don't play the character. I found that it's just easier. Because the other thing is as well, see if you sell yourself on being a character, if you sell yourself on being X, people will always treat you as X. And then
Yeah.
the moment you deviate from it, a lot of people are going to be pissy. It's kind of like okay, maybe touchy fucking topics that's within the VTubing sphere,
Oh yeah, because we haven't
but it's
really done
like,
any of those tonight.
aye, but no, it's the old it's the old LootTuber thing. It's like, see when someone starts out as it
Uh-huh.
and then decides to not after they've gotten their big bit of growth out of it. It's that whole thing of, well, you've built a community that see you as LootTuber, XY.
Uh-huh.
Now you want to be something else. So a lot of people are kicking up fuck because it, one, kind of looks like you've just used that for the sake of growth, but secondly, it's because it's not necessarily what they signed up for. Sure, it could be
Yeah.
a personal choice to not do it, and you're well within your right to do that. But it's kind of like you've changed the whole thing that you kind of built yourself around.
It's
Maybe,
also,
of course, the LootTuber thing's an extreme example, but
I
one I can
mean,
think of.
even like just being lewd in general, because I have a friend who isn't a lewd tuber and never was a lewd tuber, but allowed lewd jokes to like such a degree that it's an uphill battle to try and
All but
tone
name.
that down.
Yeah, it's all but name in it, really.
Yeah. And it's so difficult to like get people out of that habit once they're in it. I think he's still struggling with that. Or they're still struggling with that because I think they are they them now. But
Yeah, it's one of the numbers, I think, is that I do think that, see, if you use the whole LootTuber thing to grow, and just, I mean, just purely off of growth, not that that is actually you,
yeah.
and then you kind of get shit because you decide to suddenly change it after you've hit your growth, I kind of don't have much sympathy for you. If it was purely based on a marketing thing.
Yeah.
But that actually goes for the other thing I've got zero sympathy for people on. If you get a VTuber model and you get a design that flies so close to the fucking sun of TOS that you get burned and get banned and then you cry on fucking Twitter, yeah, no, fuck off.
Yeah,
You've got a model that is so close to fucking drawing the line that it's like, well, no wonder you get banned.
and
You've got barely anything covering anything.
I'm going to pull what Rose had to do because I know that this is going to be one of those things where the comments are going to say this stuff. Yes, we are on Twitch. We know that flesh tubers do get away with a lot of shit that they shouldn't. That's not the point.
They get away with fucking They get away with everything. The problem is that the website sets the rules, and the fact that they treat us to a different fucking standard doesn't really matter if you already break the fucking rules, or if you even come close to breaking them. They'll still just punt you anyway.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
The point isn't. Yes, we do know that flesh tubers get away with more. We know that Dan Clancy is a gooner and is freaking constantly stroking his shit to the flesh tubers, and they get away with more because of that. That's not the point. And you know that that's not the point of this discussion, and you're actively trying to be obtuse when you're going to make this comment. I'm cutting it off now. That's not the point. The point is that if you are freaking having your butt fangs out, wearing only a thong and a freaking string bikini, you know what you did.
Yeah, it's pretty much one of the numbers. Is if you get to the point where you get remotely close to TOS, doesn't matter if Big Titty 69 on the fucking hot tub stream does it anyway. Albeit hot tub streams have their own rules because fucking he's a gooner, but
I mean, hot tub exists in general because of that.
Because of it, yeah. But if you get a design that is really like on the line, and then you cry about getting banned, I've got no fucking sympathy for you.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it's a race to the bottom with how close can I get to the line without actually crossing it and getting banned for it with a lot of VTuber designs I see. There's a few of them I look at and I go, how the fuck is that allowed? To be honest with you, that I've seen where I'm
they're
like,
surprised when they get banned.
Your arse and your arse. Well, no, some of them don't because they're big enough. I'm like, your arse and tits are just hanging out at this point. Like, there's not really anything of the imagination. Just because you've chucked a beach background on doesn't really make it any fucking better.
Aside from swimsuit outfits, I don't know if I've seen any like egregious examples on that.
I've seen a few where I'm like, you're kind of taking the piss. I've seen a few where I'm like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Some of them.
I know that Diaz had to make adjustments to some people's models because the chest scales and it was a first with Neanners is one model
I remember that
never got used after the first stream. Dia went through and made an entire.
Though. I seen that and I'm like, yeah, that fucking clothing very much just looks like body paint. I seen it and I was like, I'm not surprised that got banned, to be honest with you, mate.
But I'm kind of surprised that it's not even the weirdest thing I've seen, and then some people are like surprised when I don't know how familiar you are with Monster Girl Encyclopedia, considering you're not like very deep into the anime whole thing.
I'm not deeply into it, but I know the internet. I have heard of it.
So some people will
seen the shit posts.
Do like an ooze theme, obviously. Not like Slime Girl theme, but an ooze theme.
Yeah.
And they'll basically be a gazer in like how their body is. They'll freaking have the slightly off color skin tone, and then they'll freaking have a few blotches of tar / ink / whatever the fuck you want to call it based off of what their freaking theme is.
Die for clothing.
And it's like, okay, when you're wearing effectively pasties and a freaking goop over your cooch, You can't complain when you get banned for it.
Yeah, it's like there are some people that do get banned for like some of their VTuber stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, right, I can see why that's kind of bullshit. But then there's some of them I'm like, you are there, I can literally smell your fanny through the fucking screen. It's still hanging out that much.
You should probably
What are
clarify that
you
you mean
doing?
English fanny instead of what every other country knows as fanny.
Oh, I'm talking about vagina, mate. Uh, what were you? What were you thinking?
Most other countries
Are
use
you
that
thinking
for
fanny
ass.
pack? Oh, oh no, I'm talking about the vagina.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know that because I've seen enough English
you
media,
you
but
heard me enough as well.
yeah. But I know that a lot of
It's
people will associate that with ass rather than
yeah, no, I'm talking about the fanny. Um, but essentially, if you've got all that fucking for fucking show and then you cry about getting banned, you're streaming on the wrong website.
yeah.
Like, I don't care, do as you like, but don't, as long as it's in the correct place, and you don't do it where you're definitely going to get banned, or it might be a PR stunt, which sometimes I genuinely believe. Some people are genuinely that daft; they do it as a PR stunt. Go, guys, I got banned. Love me, Twitter. I got banned. My big titty goth model, the fanny hanging out,
I
the
don't even
tits
think that
slapping
that's
your
like
face
the
through the
most egregious
screen.
thing. There's some
Oh,
people that
definitely
do
not.
straight up fetish content and they'll freaking
Oh,
like
I know that. They'll do all fucking sorts, and
and
then be
I'm
like, "Why did I
surprised
get
that some of
banned?"
them don't get banned. Like and I'm going to use the most egregious example because this was in like even freaking flesh tuber space a couple months ago where it was like freaking furry diaper fetish was on the front page of Twitch like 2 months ago or something like that apparently.
I've not heard of that. Thank fuck I've not though. Like what?
Yeah, I fucking and some I don't remember who the fuck it was that was like reacting to it that got all over Twitter or whatever. I think it was like XQC or something. It seems like his accent or something.
Could be.
But it's like the dude that was like on the front page is outright just being like, "Ha, they're all mad because I'm just freaking doing this and I'm just on the front page and they're just mad because they're jealous." And it's like, no, I think people are mad because the site is, I think the site's 13 plus, and you're putting fetish content on the front page.
Yeah, I just fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's see the other people that do like deliberately take the piss.
Mm-hmm.
I think remember when it was over a year ago now that they fucking changed like the rules around like the art section
Oh, the
on
single
Twitch.
day.
Aye,
Single
the
day one.
single day because people
I
took the
actually
piss and then
have
some
an
right
outfit that,
fucking idiot had their tits out
yeah,
fully nude going, well,
Marina.
it's art. Aye, I think I've got them fucking blocked because of some of their comments they've made about men, but
I have her blocked because she will because she gives trans people a bad name.
oh, I know they're a
She'll be an
insufferable
absolute
fucking
shitter and piss everyone off, and then when she rightfully gets called out for doing bullshit, she'll be like, "Oh, you're just mad because I'm trans," and it's like, no. We're mad because you're making all of us look bad and you're being a complete and utter asshole.
I know that's like, oh, you're mad because I'm shit. No, you fucking cunt. Because of
But,
your shite behaviour. What a shield. Sorry, you're gonna have so many fucking points on this of me just saying.
December 15th, 2023. That text didn't make it to freaking the actual model, but it was a fresh enough joke that I decided to put that there for the original design for that shirt.
What is it?
Here, I'll bring it back up. The summer comfy
on the screen, hang on.
The summer comfy outfit I figured that it would have loaded in. Oh. The original design for it had don't ask what Twitch what happened on December 15th, 2023.
Oh, it's fucking a piss take of unbelievable measure.
And it was even worse because people that were actually following the rules got banned for X amount of time. Like, obviously, there's people that were drawing, like, hardcore fetish stuff. I ran into, like, one person that was doing hardcore BDSM with, like, fluids oozing out and whatnot, and I'm like, that... If you get banned, you have no one to blame but yourself. But then there's people that were, like, Sorrowe or Skoo or, even Durpixen. Durpixen was probably treading the line a bit, but hers was a meme.
Yeah.
Hers? I don't know if Durpixen's he or she. But Durpixen did the One Piece is real and had the one dude's mustache as his pubes. I'll always remember that one, but like each one of them got banned for like 2 weeks, and Marina got like a day.
Yeah, just so I can describe just the amount of piss take people done with that rule change ruined it for every other dickhead that was trying to like actually use it legitimately.
Yeah, and Egg called it that it was going to
happen.
happen.
It was shocking behavior. Honestly,
I popped into Egg's stream that night, and she was like, "Yeah, this is going to be revoked, and like, this is either going to be revoked or it's going to ruin Twitch in like a week, because people are already breaking the rules. Freaking advertisers are already pulling out because of the people breaking the rules X, Y, and Z, and like." And by the following day, not even 24 hours after the rule was done, they're like, all right, fuck that. We're not doing this. Stop.
Yeah. When we had a good thing, people fucking ruined it.
And then freaking...
Yeah, and then that fucking whole thing happened as well. You know what? Let me just stream tits out, arse out, fanny out, everything out. It's art, guys. Very fucking good.
It's like, yeah.
That logic might work somewhere else.
Like, she was just blatantly breaking the rule, because in the text for the thing, it outright said VTuber models are counted as real people. Because you're piloting it and it is a representation of yourself.
Yeah, but reading comprehension.
I still don't know why VR chat is getting the exception. They keep saying that it's because of... They keep saying that it's because it being a game, so you can't control all that, but I'm going to be honest. In instances where people are going to be breaking that rule, they probably shouldn't be in the worlds that are breaking that rule, because those are the worlds that are normally reserved for Blue Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't think that someone should get, like... I get that some people are going to deal with crashers, because there was one person that got raided when I was still, like, in the VR chat community region. I forget if it was Totless or Tori or who it was, raided into someone, and, like, 2 seconds later, they had a... It wasn't a crasher, it was someone that was trying to get them banned, because... I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little on the person that was being a shitter side, solely because they said several times, hey, can you not freaking have the camera in my face using me for content? And then the person disrespected them and just kept freaking streaming them, so they're like, alright. And they pulled out a model that had a shader that was just furry porn in a freaking dome around them. And the person starts crying, they're like, stop, I'm gonna get banned. And it's like, they respectfully asked you to stop filming them 3 different times since I joined this. You have no one to blame but yourself if you get banned. They tried to be cordial about it. It's like when freaking prank YouTubers go and freaking harass people for 7 years, and then when they finally get punched, they're like, "I can't believe they punched me. It was just a prank."
Oh, and honestly, they deserve more than just getting one punch.
Oh yeah.
They deserve a lot more than that. Right, before we go down another rabbit hole, how big's your list of questions, sir?
Um,
Let's see what else
it's
we
a
got.
decent sized list. I forgot that this was even a question that I had on one of them, because some of the questions are questions that I ask repeatedly, and others are, so I just wind up grabbing lists from previous ones and adding the questions that are unique to people. Back on Bubbles, because I used hers as a base for this one. Apparently it was right after I had the freaking random thought while I was taking out the garbage of fuck, marry, kill for a brute, a grunt, and a jackal. From Halo.
God. All options are shite. Look. Fuck, marry, or kill. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna get a fucking image up. I need to actually judge this, just so it's not as worse in my head as I'm thinking. What Halo am I going for? It might make a difference.
It doesn't really make much of a difference.
Yeah. Okay, right, I'm gonna get images of all of them. So I can actually make an informed choice.
I'll wait for you to give yours, and then I'll say what mine is, because I answered this when I was.
Why was this a question?
I was taking out the trash, and it just randomly came to mind.
Why did this come to mind?
I don't remember. I think it. Okay, I think that part of it.
What possessed you for this?
I think that part of it's due to the brute part of it. Because my brain had, I think, the brute thought originally as to why the brute is in the kill category for me.
Okay.
So my answer for this is kill the brute, because the brute just gives vibes that its only fetishes that it's into are NTR and non-con. Grunts are methane, so they probably stink 24/7. So okay. I place them in fuck, and then Jackal is marry, because they're probably the only ones I could deal with for more than 5 minutes, and a little bit of piracy never killed anyone. Second time we've mentioned piracy tonight, by the way.
No, true, actually. I'd probably be down to agree with that statement, to be fair. No liking the look of the brute. I'd not to mention he is probably the most likely to club my shit in.
Right.
You know, at least the other two I might be able to beat in a punch match. A brute, no. It would be for grunts got fucking hands. So, but no, I definitely can't beat a brute. So I bin them. Yeah, no, I'm probably same answer as you. No, I think about it. Probably just the Jackal's probably just the safest option.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'll go with, actually, yeah.
I wonder, like, what direction brutes go, if they're more like gorilla or if they're like locust. Like, is a female brute like a berserker from Gears of War?
I've got no idea, but all I see is a big fucking thing would swing me about. Absolutely
yeah.
Not. That's all. It doesn't matter. Right, next question. Why did it took me out of left field with a fuck, marry, kill? I was expecting something else, but no, I didn't expect Halo fucking enemies.
So we touched on this a little bit, but how did you go about the design process for a lot of your stuff?
I had a very rough idea. Dwarf, obviously, but dwarf references. Scotland. I've got a lot of Scottish. I wear a kilt in my fucking thing, for God's sake. The feather in the cat in the bonnet is a golden eagle's feather. That's what it's meant to be. Because a lot of my shit references where I'm from, believe it or not.
Ah, the living docs.
Well, I mean, my accent's a living docs.
So... I mean, yeah. I mean, it could be worse. I've mentioned this a few times, but you can't be more docs than my bio brother, which is why, despite how I think that he followed me specifically because he wants to freaking try and feed off of some of my freaking following, I'm never bringing him on stream, because if people know who he is, they're going to know who I am in like 5 minutes, because he does just short of giving his freaking social security number and address every time that he freaking makes a short.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, and it's worse because he's the only one of us that has a freaking, like, kid. So...
Oh, God.
Fucking moron.
But that is a fucking choice.
Yeah.
And then I think I based some of my shit off of, if I remember correctly, be like, see, like the Middle Ages Renaissance, see, like the flamboyancy of some of it, like the baggy fucking sleeves and shit, and how flamboyant stuff like the was it Landsknecht? Or like just the fancy wear you would see in like some like people of somewhat high class. Where they would based some of it off of that as well, but most of it is just based off Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah. I suppose that does feed in, talking about the history part, does kind of feed partially into, like, the following question of, and the base question that this normally is how do you get to know so many people, but, like, how did you wind up meeting with a lot of the other people that you tend to collab with? Because especially Macbeth, are like more history-oriented, themed VTubers.
Yeah. Completely repeat that. My brain just fucking shut off there.
How did you wind up meeting people like?
Oh.
How do you wind up meeting like a lot of the people that you wind up collab with? Like,
Macbeth and all that. Just fucking reaching out to people on Twitter, innit? That's literally how it came up, is just actually having a fucking pair of balls and messaging people.
Imagine.
That's literally what it is. If you want to meet folk, you need to fucking message them. Message people about your size, though, because I'm going to be honest with you, if you message someone bigger, 9 times out of 10, they're going to just fucking patch you a belter. Patch you a belter.
And also don't
By
just
that,
freaking...
I mean ignore you, like, fuck. And don't go, hi, how are you? You're my favorite. Please let me fucking work with you.
Oh no,
I
was talking about, and don't freaking go to the people that are like every like week going, hi, looking for new friends, leave a comment below, because they're engagement farming, flat out.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Avoid them like the fucking plague.
So, I've met a few people that I've become mutuals with, like, via those, but 9 times out of 10, they're just engagement farming. They're not adding you to their raid list, especially if they're people that aren't streaming at similar times to you. They're not going to freaking follow you back or freaking talk to you or become friends or anything. They're not actually after friends in general unless they're bigger than them.
Yeah,
they're just
it's just bait. It's just bait.
They're just after you to comment below so that you push them in the algorithm so that people that aren't related to the VTubering scene at all see them, see their model, and then follow them via that. And then don't tune in because, I mean, 9 times out of 10, the reason that they're posting those is because they can't grow naturally, so they're just trying to freaking cheese the system.
Yeah. Honestly, that's just how it be. And literally, you just need to reach out to folk, and most people will ignore you, some people won't. That's pretty much how I met all the people I play games with.
I just have this... I mentioned this like pretty much every time, but I have a few people that I've known for years or I've been mutuals with for years that I freaking get mental blocked because they're larger than me. Like, I was friends with Wolsk for 4 years before I reached out to him for season 1 of VTuber Vault. Because he's like old guard Twitch back when it was still Justin TV. And he's...
Oh.
I was less than less than 500 followers in season 1. And less than 500 subscribers on YouTube, I think. And freaking like a 1 viewer Andy, not even getting 3 viewers for freaking streams or anything. Like freaking flat out nothing. And Wolsk is partnered, getting on average 50 plus, depending on what he's doing at the time, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, even that gap is me being like, am I looking... Because even if that's not the purpose, the problem is that a lot of people are scrutinizing a lot of shit. And sometimes you just don't care, but optics, to a certain degree, do matter. So if it looks like you're trying to bring people in just for clout reasons, it's something that will wind up...
well.
It will freaking... It's why I've been mutuals with Meika on Twitch since I started VTubing. She was like one of the first people that followed me after I started becoming a VTuber. But she's like big, like friends with XV Shoujo big, so I'm afraid to reach out, genuinely. Because regardless, because I've seen people that she's collabed with, and she's like very chill with people, and she's, you know, she mingles with people very well. She's got like probably one of the most varied wavelengths I know. Like, she's a fucking gremlin, but she meshes well with a lot of people. Like, Boysen mentioned Ando last month. She's one of those people that she can adjust wavelengths to mesh with people well across the board. The problem is that I'm just deathly afraid, because I'm afraid that freaking it's going to bring people that are like, oh, you just, you know, reached out because you wanted... It's like, maybe sometimes I want to reach out to people that, you know, I've been mutuals with for 4 years.
Yeah, it's... Again, if you want to... How I see it, if you want to fucking reach out to folk and do shit with folk, you need to do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's how I recently done a stream with Duke of Silver. He's another Scottish Souls creator.
Mm-hmm.
I recently done it with him. We hadn't really spoken before, but I fucking reached out. We'd followed each other. Most Scottish people all follow each other since, you know, they're Scottish.
Yeah.
We're a bit nationalistic biased that way, I guess, is maybe how I would describe it. I don't know.
I mean,
but
eggplants tend to freaking drift together a little bit. Freaking, because I know a few other Nasus that I'm mutuals with or like friendly with. Saying friends is in that weird spot where it's like, I'm not going into my freaking tangent about my freaking chart of freaking my flow chart of friendly versus friends versus acquaintances XYZ.
Yeah, no point going that deep into it.
I did that last time. If you really want to know what my flow chart looks like, freaking go and watch the Boysen and Liz stream. And yes, I am doing that specifically to plug previous VTuber Vault, because hey, look at me doing the VTuber thing / content creator thing where I actually care about my project. Anyway, you were saying about the Gots being together.
I know most of us all just tend to join together. It is pretty good. Yeah, no, I've not really got much else to add to that, to be fair. We mostly all just kind of seem to vibe together just because we're all from the very same, very small shithole.
Having to deal with the British constantly freaking putting their freaking fingers where they don't belong.
The English. English, mate, because technically we're British because it's the island, the British Isle.
Really? I thought that the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the geographic bit is Scotland, Wales, and England are British. We don't count Ireland because the British Isles.
I guess that explains why Connor says that he's both British and Welsh. And I always wondered that because it's like... And then there's Ireland, which only really even is still brought in because England gave the finger to them and freaking kept that single port.
Here's your flow. I've put it on the Discord. Here's your flow chart. Here's your flow chart.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's your flow chart. That'll make more sense. Because technically we are British because we're in the fucking Great Britain, but we're in our own countries. And then there's some wonkiness when it comes to Northern Ireland and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, welcome to history.
Ireland is classified as separate?
According to this flowchart. Technically, because Ireland is its own thing. They are the Republic of Ireland, but Northern Ireland was a thing later on, and that's why it's classed as United Kingdom of Great Britain and the Northern Ireland, because it technically was part of Ireland. Well, Ireland, the entirety was part of the UK, the rest at one point until, the IRA and everything else, and then there was the Good Friday. I think was it the Good Friday Agreement or something? I don't remember.
I just love the Isle of Man just not being touched by anyone. No one wants to fucking...
The Isle of Man is its own fucking beast. They've got their own fucking thing going on there.
They're wedged in the middle of all this bullshit, and they're just like, we don't want to touch any of you. Fuck you.
Literally. So, yeah, there's the fucking mess that is the UK.
It really puts even more into perspective why Brexit was such a freaking, like, fiasco.
Yeah. It fucked with a lot of things. Especially because Scotland mostly voted no. But it was purely England, just because they've got more population. They fucking dragged us all out. Oh. Sorry.
Did you actually say it that time? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did say it that time. I did say it that time. It may have not picked up. I definitely said it though.
I'll put a marker there so I can censor it out later. So
there's so many markers in this if you've not been already.
I'm at 6. I have one that is marked for a clip because it was a comment.
Okay, that's fine then.
Like 2 seconds after one of the censors. Which is going to be fun because due to the size of these VODs, that one's going to be a bitch to actually... I mean, I have to manually do it anyway when it's in the freaking... I wish that there was a way for me to transfer the metadata of like the markers from the VOD directly into like DaVinci. But you can't... I
think there is. If it's Twitch markers, I believe there is. I think I remember seeing something about that.
I don't know. I went searching to see if there was like a way to do it. I know that Twitch side definitely doesn't allow you to manually do that shit.
I swear I've seen something about it.
Because on Twitch side, in order to clip, what you do is you go into your highlighter, you go to where the marker is, you click on it, which is a bitch because if you try and move to like which specific one, if they're like too close to each other so they mark in the same spot, good luck. Because the freaking drop down disappears if you freaking move down off of the freaking actual marker spot.
So I think what I'm reading here is basically you need to download the Twitch markers as a CSV and convert it to an EDL, which is compatible with DaVinci, and then you can import it that way.
Okay, that's interesting.
There's some jankiness, but I definitely remember there is a way to do it.
That's another thing I'll have to look into after stream then.
Speaking of after stream, I'm going to need to probably wind down here because I actually am out tomorrow.
All right.
And it is 2 a.m.
I'm going to hit the bathroom real quick, and then we can speed run through the rest of the questions and hopefully not get too tangent-sided.
That works for me, mate. Just let you run for your wee bio break. I'm going to do one as well.
All right. Just a freaking death stare. Scared the fuck out of me.
Right.
Your idle freaking stance, just death staring.
No. Whoopsies. Right. What we got? Try to rattle them through because I'm fucking knackered. I need to lay down for a bit.
Ba. We've actually talked about work stuff a couple times, and anything further than that's going to wind up being docs effectively, because if you go into specific details beyond your IT stuff. Do you have any particular dream collabs that you would want to do?
Not particularly. Funnily enough, I'm not really fussed.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you knew anyone in particular that you would want to reach out to, because I know that some people have, like, even for, like, yap reasons.
Yeah, I'm not particularly fussed. If it happens, it happens.
Fair
I'm
enough.
like, why not? I'll meet cool folk eventually. If it came to
it. Do any people IRL know about you streaming or VTubing?
Nope. Nope. None of them. Keep that to myself.
Any major plans that you would like to share? Any events or anything?
No, I don't have anything really planned now, if I'm honest with you. I'm just trying to fucking get out of non-existent hell and then see where I can go from there. There's no plans.
Time to dump into the meta currently of daily shorts.
Pretty much.
Once I, unless you've already sent me the thing, once I get the transcriber plugin thing, I think the daily shorts will be so much easier. Because that's a lot of my thing, is I'm like, I don't want to go straight into shorts right now, because I really don't want to fucking subtitle.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's the only reason I do shorts is because I can just press a button and it'll do it for me.
Yeah. Longer form, I wonder how that's gonna play out. I mean, I'm not gonna subtitle these. I'll let YouTube auto subtitle freaking things like this. I'm not freaking subtitling for.
Oh, I let YouTube do that, mate.
For like 3 hours of stuff. Do you have any particular advice that you'd like to send out to anyone that might watch this? I mean, we've already sprinkled a little bit of advice throughout this, but
I'll try to think of advice that isn't like terribly generic. You know, because the obvious bit is actually do it if you fucking like it. If you don't, then don't bother. Don't waste your fucking time. But
actually hit the start streaming or freaking start recording button, because obviously you can't create anything if you don't create anything.
I think really what it comes down to, if I'm honest, is just people are arseholes. You can't please everyone. You try to please everyone, you please fucking no one. Yep. Be yourself. People will find a reason to fucking hate you, etc., etc., etc. You know, just do it. Don't give a fuck. Don't be an arsehole.
Especially if you go into anything like where people only have the one personality, their polarized thing. If you please one side, then you're pissing off the other side. If you please that opposite side, the other side's going to be pissed. And if you... I mean, either way, you're going to piss them off because they're just going to be mad that you don't hate the other side.
Yeah. Literally, not worth your time.
Yep.
Apologies for being a bit brief for this. I'm a little lightheaded right now, and I kind of want to lie down.
Yeah. I mean, we've got the lingering viewer questions.
I've been getting random bouts of just fucking lightheaded. I've got fucking lightheaded and dizziness recently, so I kind of just want to lay down.
Yep, final list
A
of
wee
questions,
bit,
which are
but-
the viewer questions that kind of linger between these. Any Koei Tecmo game you would like to play? I'm assuming that yours is probably Neo, if any of them, because it's the Souls one.
Probably.
Because I don't think
That's
that you're
pretty much
very
the Souls types
Atelier.
in
The
my
only other
jam.
one, the only other one that I can think of is maybe Dynasty Warrior. I have no idea how much interest you have in that.
I mean, Dynasty Warriors is fun. I like that. The older ones.
Favorite
Warriors
moment
is
you've
good,
had
yeah.
on stream?
I mean, I like spending time with a bunch of my pals. That's pretty much it. I think that's probably my favorite. Is I enjoyed the SCP stuff. I did.
Hmm.
The SCP Secret Lab and like Halloween. That was fun. I wouldn't say there's any like primary moment where I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Like, I enjoy like a lot of them. They all kind of share a space.
Basically just hanging out whenever you get to hang out with people. Socializing with people that you enjoy.
What can I say? I'm a social creature.
I mean, yeah, that's part of why I was like... I mean, firstly, why this is advertised with Gift of the Gab, Curse of the Yap, because freaking... And why we had to start early so that you could actually get to sleep at some reasonable time, because
we would be fucking still going. It'd be 5 in the morning. It's things
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm gonna be fucking out with my pals, drinking and shit.
I mean,
day,
post Rolling
because it's
Horizons,
fucking-
we'd be like, oh, we'll yap for an hour about what happened today, and then we freaking... It's 3 a.m. my time by the end of our actual discussion.
Yeah. The fucking joys.
Favorite community meme, if you have one. I don't know if you have a community meme, really.
The beard holds everything. It's like the beard of holding. That is the meme that started by a couple community members and it's just kind of stuck.
Well, I guess it isn't about the same spot as the cleavage holds everything from the anime tropes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, one thing I did want to ask personally is, have you continued working on art stuff? Because I haven't seen you post much of anything about it since
I've been way too busy with work stuff. I'm trying to study to get certs for work.
Hey, Cammy, how you doing tonight?
Aye. Yeah, no, I've not been able to do much art practice because I've been too busy like fucking studying for work stuff. So
Honestly, fair enough.
yeah, fun stuff takes a back seat because this is stuff that'll actually make me money in the long run. So
I believe that both of us can classify as tired. I woke up early to be for this, and he's freaking at...
It's 2:10 in the morning.
Yep.
I am fucked. I want to lay down. My body's telling me I need to lay down because I'm fucking lightheaded. It's that annoying feeling.
Best opportunity streaming is brought to you.
I don't know, fucking meeting and talking to people, really.
That you normally
It's
wouldn't,
not really
just
done.
because...
Yeah, just because there's like, nothing in common. But we all stream, we all play games and enjoy. That's probably the best opportunity it's gave. I'm not really big enough to get like, oh, this company collabed with me. No. So
Yeah, I just got approached the other day by freaking FromSoft because they were so impressed with my Dark Souls skills that they wanted me to try out their new game that hasn't even been given any trailers yet.
I wish.
I don't know if FromSoft really does any partnerships. Capcom, I know, goes out to people.
So. I don't think so. Maybe, well, no, a lot of people get into like, the betas and shit before it, so maybe they do.
Yeah.
I'm no Vati video.
What is your overall goal with content creation?
See how far I can fucking take it. I've not. No, I get big, great. I don't. Well, oh well. I don't plan on doing it full time until I can at least make as much as I am now working.
Yeah. I mean, my primary thing is if I could pay for my necessities, which is only 500
Yeah.
because I inherited my house, so I don't have the freaking absurd bullshit that most other people do with it.
Yeah.
Which is something I have to tell people constantly, like, how the fuck did you get a house when you're a content creator? It's like, because I inherited it. I'm not paying 10K a month for the fucking thing. Favorite person you've met through streaming? The loaded question.
That is a loaded question. I'm not giving favorites. I'm not giving favorites.
It's
I
me,
don't think that
chat.
would be right. I wouldn't want to give favorites. That wouldn't be correct of me.
I mean, a lot of people will have, like, other reasons besides streaming as to why they are. Like, I've had people that are... helped them become themselves, in Rhea's case. One person actually, like, saved their life, like, during the lowest point in their life. So that was obviously a obvious reason, and then other things. Proudest gaming moment on stream?
Probably the challenge runs I've did for Elden Ring. If I'm honest, because I do challenge run Elden Ring, so it's probably it. Hey, Big Man, I'm alright. We already end it here. My fucking light-headedness is starting to actually get kind of bad. I need to lay down.
Okay, that was the final question anyway.
Happy days.
Sorry if viewers had questions. Health comes before
sorry,
that.
Guys.
Sorry, did you
guys.
want to give a little send-off before you crash out?
I don't think there's much to say. Just, if you're watching, thank you, because it's been a long bit of rambling. We've touched many a topic. Continue to support your favorite creators and support small people as well.
It'll take an extra second on YouTube because it always does with Nightbot, but if you haven't yet, you can follow him on Twitch, Blue Sky, or Twitter. He is much better at Twitter than I am, and everything else, same as when I spiel my stuff. That's the best way to keep up with all of our stuff.
Yeah.
His Twitch also has a link to his, I think you use Linktree, don't you?
Yeah, it's like card or something. I do have a Discord. It's quiet, but it's nice.
Unfortunately, due to YouTube's character limit, I had to omit the Linktree, but if you go to his Twitch, you can follow there and also go to the Linktree from there in order to get to mention to Discord and then also the YouTube and all that, where he uploads all of his other stuff. But before I wind up freaking rambling, thank you for joining me tonight.
No problem, mate. It was a pleasure. I'm gonna go and fucking lay down.
Yeah. Before you wind up passing out on the floor.
Yeah. Hey, have a good night, all.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna migrate here. Disconnect from that. Alright. A little spiel off for YouTube stuff so that I can cut the VOD off. Once again, thank you to my guest. Those that are watching the edited version of the VOD, that is down below. Going to be all of the socials. It'll be the YouTube. I'll also be able to put the link tree down there in order to get to all the stuff. But go follow him on all of his socials, whichever ones that you use. I want to once again thank my guest Gazz, because, as I say every time, without my guests, obviously, there's no point in doing the show. Because doing a show where I just answer the same questions about myself every month would be boring. In the same vein, without all you guys viewing this, this would also be a little less worthwhile, because without all of you lovely viewers, we're just a bunch of crazies talking at a monitor or a camera for however many hours we stream each. So I want to once again thank my viewers, everyone that has supported over the months, or even just over the hours since you may have subscribed. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Like if you liked, subscribe to become part of the Eggplant Patch, and I'll see you in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.